All right, guys, I'm at my girlfriend's apartment. I promised myself I wouldn't work today, but I have. But after this live stream, I'm going to spend the rest of the day with Kenya and take her out for dinner and hang out. So I have to reveal this, what just went down. It is absolutely mind-blowing. It is beyond biblical. It is undeniable. I was speaking to my bro Decoding us during this Arsenal game, and I was going back and forth with him, and at 2-2, I was like, I think Arsenal are going to nick one. The odds are telling me they're going to score one. And I saw the 6 minutes added time. I couldn't get on my website and post every single detail or everything that I think. And the 96, because the Queen died at age 96, and she died in the 97th year of her life. And then Reece Nelson got the winning goal after 97 minutes. Another case of a substitute coming on and being the hero. I'm not going to go deep into Nelson, but if you're on my website, you have to read my most recent post, which connects to war. You have to read it. If you're not on my website, you have to get on there, because the stuff I'm revealing daily in my community is off the charts. So earlier today, Man City, they beat Newcastle 2-0. Okay, it put pressure on Arsenal, which is what it's all going to be about. It's going to go to the last game of the season, more than likely. And Arsenal conceded, guys. They conceded after 9 seconds and 11 milliseconds, 9-11. Now wait to see my code, which was about 9-11 for Arsenal. Last night, the Nets shocked Boston, which was a shock, all connected to 9-11. All right, which is not just about what happened 9/11/2001. It's Revelation 9/11, which I'll read out to you. So, hey Esteban, hey Atman 6079, much love to you. I don't want to decode Zach Hubbard. I have no interest in doing that at all. So, yes, the games are becoming ridiculously long. It's to fulfill the ritual. Again, the Queen died at 96. You're seeing a lot of these games get 6 minutes added time. That also connects to the beast. So check this out, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Arsenal win 3-2. All right. Much love to one of my best mates, Mark, who got Arsenal plus 900. He said because of my 32 in my codes. I told my community, be careful at this point betting in play, because Bet365, they paid out on Bournemouth because they went 2-0 up. But I was like, everyone's going to hammer Arsenal at half time, but they came back and won. It's all about energy, isn't it? So Satan won technically because he got the energy out of the bettors. That's what it's all about. He don't care about money. He knows it's all an illusion. It's a control tool. It's that energy which he needs. All right. Hey, Johnny. So listen to this, guys, and share it. Yeah. Once again, YouTube, I woke up, 6 subscribers gone from me. 6. Why? Doing the best work of my life. It don't make any sense, but we know what's going on. We knew Arsenal would win the second they were 2-0 down. It ain't that simple. It ain't that simple. We don't know that they're going to win, but what an incredible comeback. And it always seems to be these comebacks from 2-0 down to 3-2. Remember Man City last season, 2-0 down to Villa last game of the season. I told you all in a live, bet on Man City now. They're going to win 3-2 with 15 minutes left. And they won 3-2. Wesley Fofana, number 33, scored for Chelsea. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Now, check this code out. With the last kick of the game, oh my goodness. All right, Nelson gets the winning goal. Nelson. So this was my pre-code. Until Arteta comes off 19 draws and 33 Premier League losses, I'm riding Arsenal to win their games in the league. And I am. Until literally Arteta drops points, I'm going Arsenal. Until he drops points, I'm going Arsenal to win the games. They could even win out. That means they'll finish on 99 points, which is 9 times 11, and Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. If Arsenal win out and get 99 points, I ain't saying that's going to happen at all. The chances of that are tiny statistically. If they do, you know why. So Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933, and Arsenal are completely synced with world wars. So that's why Arsenal came into this game 1933, like I said they would, and why Arteta has 19 draws and 33 Premier League losses. 1933 is because Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933. I like them to win and become 23-3. 2-3-3 is the 51st prime. Arsenal won their last game last season 5-1 against Everton. The Illuminati were founded on 5-1. Arsenal recently lost to Man City in a game where both teams had 51 points at the end of the game, a game I predicted Man City would win, and that 51 million signing Haaland would score, and it all hit. It all hit. And again, not all my stuff are going to hit at all, but my goodness, this code. It was first versus 19th. 9 years and 11 months is 119 months. And Arsenal always seem to win this season in riddles connected to 9/11. They began this season after 11 games with a 9-1-1 record, 9/11. Revelation 9/11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. Remember, Prince Philip was born in Greece. We now have King Charles. The royal family are completely synced with Arsenal. Queen Elizabeth supported Arsenal. Arsenal are the only team to ever go to Buckingham Palace and have tea with Queen Elizabeth, the Invincibles, when they won it in 2004. All right? I agree with what you're saying, Caveman Dude. 9 times 11 equals 99, and Arteta can get his 99th career win. So when you see this, you know it's not man. 9.11. Philip Billings goal for Bournemouth. Philip, like Prince Philip, for Bournemouth against Arsenal was scored in 9 seconds, 11 milliseconds. The second fastest goal scored in the Premier League after Shane Long for Southampton versus Watford. Guys, 9 seconds, 11 milliseconds. I told you Arsenal began the league campaign 9-1-1. Arteta just got his 99th win. 9 times 11 is 99. Revelation 9/11. Guys, it's hard for me again, like when people bet and all of that, great, well done. Are you not hearing what I'm saying every day? That all the codes indicate that World War III is coming? And people still want to know, well, who's going to win next week? That's all you want? Are you not hearing this code? Are you not reading what I'm presenting properly? If you go on my website, you watch why Nelson got that winning goal and how it connects to wars. You're going to be gobsmacked. So, I haven't even got started on the 32s. Bournemouth can stay on 5 wins and 6 draws in the league. Arsenal FC equals 56. Arteta was born the 26th of March, 26-3, the 56 prime number. You could see this as 19th versus 1st. 191's the 43rd prime. The game was on a date written 4-3, the 4th of March. Arteta stayed on 43 losses. 43 is the 14th prime. Bournemouth just got their 14th league loss, and Arsenal are going for the 14th league title. Pope Francis was born with 14 days left in the year. Arsenal can get their 11th win versus Bournemouth exactly 11 weeks after the Pope's birthday. I don't know what to say. Bournemouth conceded their 51st goal of the season. Remarkable. I didn't catch that. I didn't look. Hi, guys, if you're all just tuning in now. If Southampton win and that code comes in, that'll be outrageous. Just something very simple. But a long way to go. Southampton are absolutely shocking this season. So let me double check with Bournemouth. Yeah, that's incredible. Oh, my goodness. They've conceded 51 goals, guys. That's going in. Thank you for that. And they've scored 24. Who got the winning goal for Arsenal? Number 24, Reece Nelson. Hey, Double-Edged Sword. Hey, NR. Hey, Brian. Thank you so much for that 51. Borussia Dortmund yesterday became 9-1-1 at home in the Bundesliga. Remarkable. This is deep, guys. Like really deep. The codes that I'm revealing is from the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, I don't know how I stay so calm and how I can go about my life the way I'm going about it when I see everything that's playing out with these codes and how deep it is. But again, just gotta enjoy it as well along the way. Be aware of it, but not get completely consumed by it. Edders, did the numbers ever drive you a bit bonkers? A few days ago, I realized I was so focused on numbers and the fact that I don't know enough about them to make decisions based on them. Yes. I would say, honestly, over the last couple of days, it became a bit much for me. I have it every now and again where I'm coding at such a high level and I'm communicating with so many different people and so many different requests and so many questions for me. And a guy who didn't have this knowledge until basically 2021, to be doing what I'm doing day in, day out is absolutely exhausting, 7 days a week. Today, I'm supposed to be taking the full day off. I've been all morning working on my website, giving people tips, responding to comments, doing this live stream because Kenya's been nice enough for me to do this because she's an amazing girl and she's understanding. She said, yeah, I showed her the code. She went, yeah, you have to show them that. I've not even got to the 32s. So I was shocked Martinelli didn't score today because he was born on 18/6 and COVID-19 was declared a global pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11. But Martinelli will get some important goals, which he already has. He was the first goal scorer in the Premier League this season, which was a great sign for Arsenal. And it was against Crystal Palace, who sync up with the royal family. So Bournemouth stayed on 21 points and 2 draws and 1 win versus Arsenal. I rave on about 21 all the time. Queen Elizabeth got married at age 21, didn't she? She was married 73 years, the 21st prime. Why Brady, 7-3 in Super Bowls in the 21st year, the 21st century, and then retired on 2-1, February the 1st, which I predicted he would do. I predicted he would retire at the end of the 103rd NFL season. 27th prime. He won his last Super Bowl in 2-7. He played his first ever NFL game in a 10-3 loss to New York Jets. Just the stuff. The list is endless of what I've said and what I've done. And I know it's not going to be enough for people because we live in a world where they expect perfection. We live in a world where people want to bring you down. I can't believe what I provide for $10 a month and still have a few people. Do you know somebody today, guys? I don't know how to feel about this. I told Decoding Us. He messaged me, this guy, and he's been on my website 2 days. And he said, you suck. You can't even predict Arsenal to beat Bournemouth. I'm leaving. I was like, this was at 2-0. I'm like, in my head, I was like, okay, that's fine. You can go. I don't need these people. Arsenal came back and won 3-2. People got them plus 900. Massive. People have got them to win the league. Probably, I would have looked so ridiculous because I recently did a live posting all my fines. And if a few days later, Man City won and Arsenal lost to Bournemouth, that's what I would have had to have dealt with. The whole day, I would have got abused. All I'm doing each and every day is revealing the code to you. I ain't here to make you rich from $10, although my picks are pretty much as good as anybody's. Like, please show a bit of respect for what I'm doing and my purpose to show you we live in a coded reality and man isn't coding it. And that's why Bournemouth opened the scoring after 9 seconds and 11 milliseconds. And I've raved on about 9/11 for 2 years. I've raved on about 2023 for 2 years that it's all going to kick off. And it's all playing out as I said it would. If you go back, watch my tweet, read my tweets, go on my website, watch my videos, go back and realize why I'm doing this. Not for ego, not to make you money, not to be the best decoder on YouTube. I ain't asked about that anymore. This is deep. We're in the end times, and people don't give a shit. They don't care unless they're winning money or being entertained. Preferably, they want to win money and be entertained at the same time. That's all they give a shit about. And that's the reality. And soon people are going to be really, really in for a shock. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm trying to prepare you for that spiritually, because there's not much you can do about it financially, to be honest with you. There won't be much you'll be able to do. So I had to get that rant out, because it's like everything that I do, and then somebody goes, oh, but that game was wrong. Yeah, but I just got 9 right in a row, and I've given you the greatest decodes you've ever read in your life on a range of topics. And you're going, yeah, but that team lost. Like, just leave. Anybody who has that mindset, go from the site, leave right now. I do not need your money. I don't. So listen to this. The teams last met on a day leaving 133 days left in the year. Pope Francis became the Pope on 13-3. Last night, the Celtics took a 13-3 lead against the Nets. The Celtics were up 22 points against the Nets. All right? Bet365 paid out on Boston. All right? You couldn't even bet on the Nets because it said Boston 100% had won according to the stats. That's what it said. And then the Nets win by 10. And nobody cares. The Boston fans won't have a clue. They go, what just happened there? Boston get 41 points in the second half. 9/11 was on 41 date numerology. All right, the score at 1 point. Boston were up 66-60, 6-6-6. They took this timeout in the third quarter. Brooklyn 15-6 up in the third quarter. 9/11, the 156 prime. The fans don't care. They don't see it because they're spiritually blind. What just went on at Arsenal? Last kick of the game and they win it. The Emirates explodes. What? Emirates, named after an airline, the explosion with 9/11. People cheering it. People cheering the end times, basically. Cheering for Satan. All right? If Arsenal win this league, they win the league, okay? The code's phenomenal. It'll wake up a few people. But I think towards the end of 2023, World War III is going to get triggered. I've told you, and I've done videos on it. So many videos on it. 247 years after the US was founded. 247 years after the Illuminati were founded. 24/7 is time. All right? It's all connected to time. And again, people are just going to ignore what I'm saying and only love me when they win money from me. There's a few real people out there. I want to say thank you to Chuck. Your Brighton code was exceptional. Sidemen for saying Morecambe would draw with Bolton. Just incredible codes, which were biblical, which were connected to wars. And they're the codes I like to read. And I ain't judging you for betting and obsessing over it because I was that person. But guys, it's a bit deeper than putting money in your pocket at this point. And if anyone says, well, you're charging money, you're damn right I am. I work 10 hours a day on this stuff, changing people's lives. You're damn right I'm going to charge for it. But I don't gamble. I'm not obsessed by money. Now listen to this and tell me this is not supernatural. Arteta has coached Arsenal for 3.20 years. Arteta just got his 320th point with Arsenal. This was in my pre-code. He did it a span of 3 weeks and 2 days before his birthday. The Society of Jesus logo has 32 rays. Saka, who I code all the time, who connects to Revelation 9/11 because he was born the year of 9/11, 6 days before 9/11, 3 times 2 is 6. He missed the decisive penalty for England in their 3-2 loss to Italy in the Euro 2020 final. Okay? We're number 25. England scored 2 out of 5 of the penalties. The fourth beast of Revelation has permission from God to take out 25% of the earth, and it's going to happen. That's a lot of people. If there is 8 billion people, that's 2 billion people gone. If that is the amount of people that are living on earth. That's 2 billion people that are going to go because of the fourth horseman, which is death. And all the 38s, why do you think the Chiefs and the Eagles came into Super Bowl 57, 16-3, both of them 38th prime? Why do you think the Chiefs won with 38 points? Why do you think 38-year-old LeBron James scored 38 points on the 38th day of the year to become the all-time leading NBA scorer? Why do you think Brady won Super Bowl 55, his last ever Super Bowl, on the 38th day of the year, which was 24 months before LeBron became the all-time leading scorer, and number 24 scores today? For Arsenal, the winning goal. Kobe's jersey number, the guy who died. My first ever video was in him. The Holy Spirit told me to do that video, but I wasn't aware of it. He wore 24. His original number was 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 24 is 32. Brady retired the 32nd day of the year. There's 32 teams in the NFL. There were 32 teams in the World Cup. What more do I have to do, guys, for you? Day in, day out. What more do I have to do and show you at this point? What more do you, how much more energy do you want from me? Guys, I'm a passionate guy. I'm animated. What more can I do? 53 in the live. Is that why Italy won their first Euros in 53 years? And why the 3 players that missed penalties for England, their combined jersey numbers were 11, 17, and 25. That gets you 53. And the first goal scored in the Euros was in Italy's game against Turkey after 53 minutes. We just had the earthquake in Turkey, which was completely biblical. 53, the 16th prime. Italy win the 16th edition of the Euros. See Dortmund yesterday? Got their 16th win, stayed on 1 draw and 6 losses, 16-16. You wonder why Brady retired the 16th day of the year, guys, which is 4 times 4, which connects to death. The 44, which connects to England, whose darling code's +44. Why do you think Elizabeth's Jubilee was 4 days, which is 96 hours, and she died at age 96, like I predicted 2 years before it happened? And I have a book about it that, only 1,000 people have read, or less. All right, she has 4 children. Her eldest child is Charles, who's now the king, which connects to Revelation 9:11. Okay? It's all biblical. It's all biblical. And for whatever reason, God's chosen me to show that. And for whatever reason, the majority of the world don't care, because they're under a spell. The game was a span of 11 months and 7 days after Arteta's birthday. The Euro 2020 final, where England lost 3-2 on penalties to Italy, was played on 11/7. You wonder why Saka and Martinelli are doing so well? What's their jersey numbers, guys? Sorry for this about me being animated, but it's passion. It's genuine passion. I ain't trying to come across as arrogant or smug. Euro 2020 final, where Saka missed that decisive penalty, was on 11/7. 11 times 7, 77. Flight 77. Okay, we know all about Flight 77 because I talk about it all the time. How it reportedly hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon in Washington, D.C. on the 77th meridian west 77 minutes after taking off. Arsenal are connected to 9/11, which connects to 77. Arsenal's best player this season has been Saka. He missed the decisive penalty. He wears number 7. Martinelli wears number 11. 7/11, 77. All right. If Southampton win today, if Southampton win today, are you aware that 7 out of 7 home teams are going to win today? If they win, if Southampton beat Leicester, then 7 out of 7 of the home teams in the Premier League have won today. I don't think I've ever seen that. They're 45 minutes away from winning. Of course, it could go 6 out of 7. Church of Philadelphia is the 6th Church of 7, and you have to learn about the Church of Philadelphia. But if Southampton win this, bottom club Southampton beat the Foxes Leicester, 7 out of 7 home teams have won in the Premier League today. 77. So let's see what happens. It might not happen. Now check this out before I go. And again, guys, 51 people in my live. It's comical. I know people have things to do with their lives and it's Saturday and all of that, but at this point with this reality, again, it's biblical. My word is only going to reach a certain amount of people. And I'm going to focus on you guys, the real deal, okay? Those with eyes to see, ears to hear, because this will just go over most people, won't it? Arsenal stayed on 3 draws and 3 losses in the league. 33. Okay? I've told you Arteta is linked to coronavirus. He was the first Premier League coach to get a positive test for COVID-19. He was born 26 to 56 prime, coronavirus 56, COVID vaccine 56, England put in lockdown with 56 days left in the year. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 3/11. 3 times 11 is 33. It connects to Revelation 3:11. All right, don't let anybody take your crown. The crown, how Arsenal could potentially be crowned Premier League champions. Okay, like they have the lion with the crown on it, which is deeply biblical and connects to Babylon as well, because the US are going to get destroyed this year, and England, or in the next few years, mark my words. So all those 33s. Now, how many people are noticing this? Who scored for Arsenal? Who scored for Arsenal? Partey. All right. Ben White. Watch my video about Ben White, which connects to the first horseman, because the first horseman is the Antichrist, which is on a white horse. And Ben White got sent home. Okay, he went to the World Cup with England, he got sent home. Watch my video about it. Another video that will just go unnoticed by most people. Ben White scored, and the winning goal was scored by Nelson, right? So you've got Arteta on 33 Premier League losses. You've got Arsenal on 3 draws and 3 losses in the Premier League, 33. Now let's add up the jersey numbers, shall we, of the Arsenal players that scored. Partey, number 5. Ben White, number 4. That gets you 9. Reece Nelson, number 24. Now let's do the math. 9 plus 24, 33. The goal scorers for Arsenal, their combined jersey numbers equated to 33. Arteta stayed on 33 Premier League losses. Arsenal stayed on 3 draws and 3 losses in the league. '97th minute goal, 25th prime. Saka number 25 for England. Missed that penalty to ensure England scored 2 out of 5 penalties. Elizabeth became the Queen at age 25. So I think the only thing that's nuts is to see all the synchronicities, and you try to say that God's not real, both God and Satan are real. I agree, 6079 Smith. I've said, unless you code at my level or your level, people can't comprehend it. They think it's... If you're watching Hubbard and average decoders, they will convince you that it's man. Like they convinced me it was man. And that man's evil, and that man has all this power, and man has all this technology. All right? Man's corrupt, and it's all about money. I fell for that for about a year. I had to go through that. I have then excelled when it comes to coding. I'm doing codes that people can only dream of doing every day. And I'm connecting it to the Bible. One of the few people doing that, to scripture, to the end days. So far, 6 out of 6 home teams have won today. 6 out of 6. Number of the beast equals 66. The book of Revelations, the 66th and final book of the Bible. The Church of Satan was founded in 66. 6 times 6 is 36. The guy who founded the Church of Satan was born in 36. The first ever World Cup was in 36. Argentina came into the World Cup with 36-game undefeated run. Messi won the World Cup 6 months and 6 days before his birthday. 6 times 6 is 36. The beast reigns for 3 years and 6 months, which is 42 months. Messi won his 42nd trophy by winning the World Cup. And they won 4-2 on penalties and were awarded 42 million. And the guy who got the winning penalty wears number 4 for Argentina and number 2 for Sevilla. The 2018 World Cup final finished 4-2. Since Kobe Bryant died in the 42nd year of his life, the last 3 NBA finals have finished 4-2. The 2020 Champions League final was on Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday. Steph Curry is currently 4-2 in the NBA with Klay Thompson and Steve Kerr. Arsenal have won 4-2 numerous times this year. Joe Biden was born in 42. The World Cup began on his 80th birthday. Okay? I can go on and on and on and all day long. Party's birthday was 21 weeks and 3 days ago. Party now has 21 appearances and 3 goals this season. Incredible. Super Bowl 56 was on 2/13, which syncs up to Arsenal because the LA Rams won it, and Stan Kroenke is the owner of the Rams and Arsenal. And Arsenal connect to 56. That is why the Rams won Super Bowl 56, who are directly connected to Arsenal. Arsenal, guys, they're called the Gunners. Arsenal is connected to war. They've got a cannonball in their badge. Again, look into Ignatius of Loyola, what that represents. We need more thumbs up. Yeah, guys, no offense. I got nothing but love for you. If there's I don't like begging for likes because YouTube just screw me anyway. If there's 64 people in the live and you listen to me speak, giving up my Saturday and I'm starving, click that silly like button. YouTube are just absolutely trying to destroy me. What I'm revealing is unheard of. It's what the Holy Spirit within me is revealing is unheard of. And it just, I can't believe, like, I understand not everyone's going to appreciate it and understand it and comprehend it. But again, as soon as you come in my live, just click that. I don't want to be the guy who instantly like, all right, guys, click the like button, subscribe. I don't want to be one of those guys. They make me cringe. But every now and again, I've just got to make a point. It's not hard to click that silly little button. If it's going to get this knowledge out there, which they're doing so hard to stop. That's why they banned me. That's why they took my Patreon off me and stole $3,000 off me. All right. So I want to tell you this as well. I want to tell you this, that today leaves 302 days left in the year, like 32. All right, all my 32s, why they won 3-2, why Arteta's coached Arsenal 3.20 years, why he got his 320th point 3 weeks and 2 days before his birthday. And today leaves 302 days left in the year, and they just won 3-2. Are we going to believe that some Jesuits in the Vatican came up with this script? Now check this out. You want to be blown away? I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away right now. So I'm going to ask you this question. Basic question. You all know the answer. Who was King Charles married to? Can we get a woo, Adam? You know what? I'll give you a woo. I am in Kenya's apartment. She's not a huge fan of my woos, but I'm going to give you a woo because I'm animated right now. And I'm going to spend the rest of the day with my beautiful Kenya. Can I do a woo, Kenya? Oh, no. She said, just do it. All right. She's gone full blown Nike slogan on me. Woo! There you go. That's the only woo. All right. I did the woo with 32 likes. Of course I did. All right. So who was King Charles married to, or Prince Charles at the time? Who was he married to? All right. Listen to this. Who was that guy married to? Prince Charles, aka King Charles now. All right. Yeah, I agree, Johnny G. Come on, somebody give me the name. It's a bloke who pretended to be a woman. Come on, who was Charles married to? Who tragically died in Paris, France, the home of the Jesuits. That's the Ric Flair woo. Yep. But I do it better than him. Diana. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Oh. Dirty Diana. Oh. Jackson brought a song out about Dirty Diana. So here we go. Charles was married to Diana. Princess Diana died. Her middle name is Francis, by the way, and she died in France. Princess Diana died in 1997. 1997. 1997 is the 302nd prime. Shall I say that again? This code connected to King Charles, to the royal family. Today leaves 302 days left in the year. Arsenal win 3-2. Arteta gets his 320th point for Arsenal. He's coached them for 3.20 years. Today leaves 302 days left in the year. Princess Diana died in 1997. 1997 is the 302nd prime. Yeah? When did Arsenal get their winning goal? When did Arsenal just score their winning goal? Somebody tell me the number. I just told you when Princess Diana died. All right? What time was it when Arsenal got the winning goal? I'll wait. I'll wait. Remember Queen Elizabeth as well. She was regnant of 32 sovereign states during her lifetime. 97th minute. When did Princess Diana die? 97. 97. 1997 is the 302nd prime. Today leaves 302 days left in the year. Revelation 9:11 is all about how biblical it is. And they had a king, like Charles, over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. Charles, who's the current king, his father was Philip, who was born in Greece. All right? The guy who said when he dies, he wants to come back as a deadly virus. And I watched the video on it, and YouTube have taken it down. I did an incredible video about Prince Philip. YouTube banned me. That was my first ban about Prince Philip, because I was spreading medical misinformation for something that I witnessed him say in videos. I don't like this getting put out there, that I have this gift of revealing what is going on in the world and where it's going to go. So, yeah, Diana likely didn't die. But again, who was she in the car with? An Egyptian, a guy from the Middle East. Dodi Fayed. How old was Dodi Fayed when he died? 42. And how do I know that? The Holy Spirit. How do I know all of this information? Is it because I'm intelligent? Is that it? No, it's not even me at this point. It's not even me at this point. So again, anyone who leaves my website, you're out of your mind at this point. You're out of your mind. And I guess maybe people just can't financially do it or whatever, or maybe one pick misses and they leave. I think you're out of your mind if you have $10 to not be on that site for what I reveal and what my community reveals every day. There ain't any other platform doing what I'm doing and what my platform's doing for that amount of money. There isn't. And check it out for yourself. And I think anyone on there will back it up. So I am gobsmacked. That fine from the guy in the chat who said Bournemouth have now conceded 51 goals. And Arsenal, I told you, would go 23-3, the 51st prime. Rihanna, who supports Arsenal, was born the 51st day of the year, and she headlined Super Bowl 57 halftime show exactly 51 weeks after her birthday, and she supports Arsenal. And she's been to the Emirates Stadium once in a game where Arsenal beat Everton 5-1. The over and under in Super Bowl 57 was 51 points. Keep an eye on the 23rd of March, the 51st prime. Keep an eye on that date, guys. Eminem may be the devil. He sure talks like it. Yeah, he's a demon. Eminem's a demon. I saw a video the other day of Eminem. He was dancing and breakdancing. Unbelievable. And all the comments were like, this white dude's good at everything. He can rap, he can dance, he's funny, he's good looking, all of this stuff. He can act. Yeah, demons can do all of those things. You think just one white guy from a trailer park in Detroit been given all these gifts and became the greatest rapper of all time without the supernatural helping him? Don't want to believe that. And anyone who hears me say that is just going to say I'm jealous. Why would I be jealous? I don't want to be a rapper. I don't want to be a gangster. What am I got to be jealous of? I loved Eminem's music. And then when I started seeing Through the Illusion, I break down his lyrics. And so many of his songs are about depression and suicide and beating up women. And how often has Eminem dressed up in a dress? They always got to put Eminem in a dress, haven't they? I don't want to get off topic. You know, that's what I do. So anyway, no, there's no clones. Don't fall for clones. Eminem doesn't have a clone. All right, don't fall for that. I've told you, Satan cannot clone a human being. Best he can do is artificial intelligence and robots. You can't clone a human being, whatever they try and tell you. All right? Especially the spirit. Can't clone the spirit either. That's given to you by God. Nobody else can transfer that to another vessel. All right? Satan can come for your soul and your spirit and basically take your free will somewhat, put you under a spell. It's only because you've allowed it. But you can find a way out of it. There's always a way out of it. You've got to want to find a way out of it, just like you've got to want this knowledge. You've got to crave and desire this knowledge, and for the right reasons. Like 6079 Smith always makes a big point of he has no interest in doing sports picks. And when he has no interest, he probably could. And he'd do it as well as anybody else. But he don't want to do that. So he puts out his information, which is mind-blowing. And most people don't care, and it frustrates him because they can't win money off his codes. Am I right, 6079 Smith? You put out this remarkable information every single day. Most people ignore it because they can't win money from it. So no wonder you get frustrated when you're decoding the universe, doing finds that nobody else can do. And then people are going, yeah, but can you tell me who's going to win the World Series, 6079 Smith? And you're like, no, I only do it to get the knowledge out there, to show the code and how biblical it is. Oh, I'm not interested then. It's tragic. The people who bet on Arsenal in play now think I'm a genius. The people who didn't are frustrated that they didn't, because I said, maybe be careful getting on them, because a lot of people will do. Because I always think about when I was a bettor. I would have got on Arsenal when they were down only by 1 at halftime at even money. For sure. I would have done that. I thought so many other people just hop on them. And then, yeah, they would have won a little bit of money. I don't know how many people would have got on them at 2-0 down. I don't think they would have. They wouldn't have had the knowledge to get on them at 2-0 down. So anyways, Satan can never duplicate God's creation. Bang on, Daniel. You've got eyes to see. Exactly that. So no, I haven't coded anything tomorrow. I'm going to spend the rest of the day with Kenya, and she works early tomorrow, and I'll get back home at about 7 a.m. and I'll just code what feels right. I ain't coding a game for tonight. I've done a UFC fight. I've done the Arsenal game. Newcastle had this outrageous potential riddle to upset Man City, but again, betting against Man City at the Etihad, where they hardly ever drop points, is just dangerous. But Newcastle had a wild riddle, but they stayed on 10 wins. Guardiola stayed on 100 losses. 10 times 10 is 100. And there was all these stats appearing about the number 10. I think it was their 1,000th home goal scored in the Premier League. Okay, they made a big point, which is 10 times 10 times 10. So they made a big point out of that. And if you think about that Man City game, right? Think about this. They open the scoring, all right? And pretty much every time they score first, if they're winning at halftime in the Premier League, they're pretty much, they win. All right? The last 37 games, they've won 34 when they've been up at halftime. 34, like today's date, 3-4. So Phil Foden, number 47, opened the scoring after 15 minutes. Hey, Gabriel, much love to you, brother. I was speaking to Gabriel yesterday. Told him I was playing beer pong. That was so fun. That was so fun. I do love beer pong. Oh, my God, you're not a real Christian. Be quiet. So Phil Foden, I've told you all of his riddle, number 47. The atomic number for silver is 47. Phil Foden replaced David Silva. Do you know how deep this is? So he opened the score in number 47 after 15 minutes. I always tell you 47 is the 15th prime. So I laughed at that. Well, I didn't laugh. Of course, I didn't laugh, but I was like, okay, sure, number 47 scored after 15 minutes. No shock. And then it had to say Phil Foden has now scored 3 goals in the last 4 days. What's today's date? 3-4. So they had to put that in. Sky Sports think they're crafty, but they often give away the outcome. And you can read what they're doing, or what the devil's doing, or what the algorithm's doing, or whoever's behind it. God. Bernardo Silva comes on after 65 minutes. Number 20. 2 minutes later, number 20 makes the score 2-0, like 20. When you combine the jersey numbers of the players who scored 47 and 20, you get 67. Number 20, Bernardo Silva, scored after 67 minutes. Foden's 47, Bernardo's 20. 47 plus 20, 67. Winning second goal of the game, signed, sealed, delivered after 67 minutes, the 19th prime. All connected to COVID-19, which was declared a global pandemic in 2020, and number 20 made it 2-0 like 2020. I think Sky Sports is the best way of realizing where the game's going. They give away so much, but only if you at an extremely high level of coding. So I'll see certain things. So they'll say things like, it looks like it's not going to be Arsenal's day. I'm like, okay, all right. It looks like Arsenal are not scoring. Like, whatever they do, they ain't going to score. I'm like, all right, so they're going to score then. And when they scored after 62 minutes, Queen Elizabeth was coronated in 1953 on 6-2, and 1953 is the 62nd try. I got all the 62s in my Arsenal code. When Pardy scored after 62 minutes, I was like, this is interesting. Let me see the odds. At 2-1, they had the same odds. I think they were both 15-8. I thought, okay, that's interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but the Arsenal code is crazy. But crazy codes don't always hit. We've seen it. We've seen it. Crazy codes don't always hit. Most of the time, my codes hit. They don't always hit. I thought, what are they doing with this? And then I wasn't watching it because I was hanging out with Kenya and I was responding to comments. I flicked over about 10 minutes later. It was 2-2. I was like, oh my God, okay. 70th minute. Queen Elizabeth reigned for 70 years. Daniel's 70 weeks, which connects to the end times. All right, are they going to score? And let me read out my conversation with Decoding Oz, who's one of the very, very, very best at decoding. One of the very, very, very best at decoding. What were we saying? He said this to me. I enjoy seeing people's minds blown. Doesn't have to be me doing it. It says a lot about this guy. And what did I say? We put a lot of comments. Because he was saying it could be 3-2, and he was talking about the moon in Leo. So let me read it. This conversation, if we were doing this live, what we were saying, I do this a lot. I'll speak to a friend or a brother or whatever. I say, I think this is what's going to happen. I was telling lots of people yesterday, I didn't do a post. I said, the Warriors are going to win. Gabriel, if you're in the chat, what was I telling you about the Warriors? They were down 3. So the Warriors are going to win this because Steve Kerr's going to go 31-9 against the Pelicans. Brady won Super Bowl 55, 31-9. And he was born outside San Francisco where the Warriors play, and they're synced up. That's why they just went 33-30 in the code, I said. But I didn't post it because I just don't want to constantly be posting. But I did say the Warriors to loads of people. I didn't put it on the website so people don't care. But I called it. They would have saw Boston got beat by the Nets, which didn't make any sense. But it did when you look afterwards with the 9/11 stuff. So where was I saying this? I literally said... All right, I said 2. I said Arsenal are 6-5 with 5 minutes left. I think they win. And then he told me they were 3-1 on his site because these betting apps aside, I was like, okay, 3-1. Again, still that's not bad with like 5 minutes left. And I said, I think it's going to be 3-2. And then he told me all the stuff that he found for like the moon in Leo. So just crazy. And Arsenal get to 63 points on the 63rd day of the year. And recently they got to 60 points on the 60th day of the year. Announcers are reading what they are given to read. Or they're just, again, there's something controlling what they're saying. There's something controlling what they're saying. Guys, if Southampton win this game and 7 out of 7 home teams win today, something big's around the corner. People don't question the commentary, have stats for certain players. Yeah, some of the stats they pull out, these commentators, it's like, how do they know that? But look what I do with numbers. But I coded John Motson's death, which was huge for Man United because he was born in Salford, right next to Manchester. And then right after Man United won the League Cup, they could win the FA Cup as well, Man United. They could even win the Europa League. That Ten Hag might win the treble. Like Man United won the treble in 1999. They might win a treble 24 years later, guys, which is everywhere, the 24. Again, why your boy number 24, Nelson, just scored. I have to go. Yeah, Southampton are up 1-0. Did you read the post, Gabriel, where I said if Southampton win, bottom of the team? I said it's not a clear pick because I didn't do a code. It was just the 7-7. Sometimes that's all it is. 77 days after the Pope's birthday, which is 11 weeks. So it could be 1-1. That's the issue. It could be 1-1, 11 weeks after the Pope's birthday, exactly 11 weeks, which is 77 days. Remember, my dad lives at number 11. My mum lives at number 7. I live at number 3. My life's completely connected to this code, it seems. How do they make it look so perfect? Because it's supernatural, my brother. I've got 1 more minute, then I'm going to go. It's supernatural. So when you say, how do they make it so perfect? If you're referring to the players and the coaches and the commentators, when you break it all down, the referees, the linesmen, you think all of these people are so perfectly working together in alignment to fulfill these perfect numerical rituals every single day of the year in every nation, in every sport? So if it's not man, I say this in nearly every live stream, if it's not man coding this reality, who is it? Who is it? I could leave with that. If it's not man coding this reality, which it blatantly isn't, there's men that are aware of the code. Look at me in 2 years, what I'm aware of and what I reveal. I ain't coding it. Just because I predict who's going to win these games and predict people's death dates and predict when wars are going to begin and predict everything under the sun, it seems, I ain't behind the code, am I? I'm not the one coding it. I'm the one revealing the code, but I am not coding it. I'm not responsible for it. So somebody's calling the grand coder, the matrix. Again, just make sure that when you talk about the matrix, you don't fall for the movie with Neo, that the matrix is just a simulation and you're giving all your attention to artificial intelligence, convincing yourself that AI is running this world. No, Satan is behind AI. Everything that's artificial is him. Everything. So yes, he's definitely come up with some sort of matrix that we live in, which we call society, which is the system that we live in. That's the matrix. And why people like me who master the matrix and somewhat escape the matrix get called out by those who are still stuck in it, like Agent Smiths from the movie, who want to keep Neo in the matrix because he broke his programming. And we're all programmed. We were all born into sin. We've all been programmed. We have to accept that through education, through the mainstream media, all right? Just through society in general, what's perceived to be positive, like having a degree and having a big house and all this stuff means you're a success in this society. The society is the matrix. But God's not behind that matrix. That's the devil. This world's beautiful. Society is sick. I say that all the time. I'm going to go now with Kenya, go for a beautiful lunch, walk around the arena. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. I enjoy it. I don't get too sucked into how satanic everything is, because you've got to be careful giving all your energy towards that. You've got to realize the beauty in it all as well. The world's beautiful, society is sick. That's why people obsess over just gambling rather than the actual knowledge. They put the money above the knowledge. You can do both, but I would always put knowledge above the money, not the other way around. It's like, I want money, but whatever about the code. I would appreciate the code. I'd appreciate the knowledge rather than the money. Money will come. Money will come and go. All right? That's the reality of it. You're going to have months where you're doing great, years when you're doing great, months where you're really struggling. All right? But if you put your faith in God, he'll look after you. I believe that. All right? So, I prefer you all. I mean, I prefer you all. What am I talking about? I appreciate you all. I have to go back to my apartment now, get a shower. Woo. Go out for some food. Woo. Find some carrot cake. Woo. Or maybe I'll just have some ice cream. Maybe I'll have both. All right? Maybe I'll have both. But Kenya's waiting for me now. She's been very patient. Appreciate you. Thanks for all your support. I'm not going to post anything else on the website today. There's plenty of stuff there. Again, thanks to everyone who leaves comments, who leaves posts, who spread positivity, who share my work, who retweet my work. Whatever it is that you're doing to support me, it allows me to do what I'm doing right now, to do these live streams for you. Can't do that if I'm stuck in the matrix working 9 till 5, can I? I won't be able to do what I'm doing for you. So there you have it. This is insane. Arsenal win. All right. Arsenal win. And one of the most blatant biblical rituals you'll ever see, just like Napoli. Yesterday, if you haven't watched that video that has about 3 likes, they stayed on 2 draws, got their second loss, and stayed on 22 wins. Revelation 22:21 is the final verse of the Bible. All right? And that is this. Very simple. The final verse of the Bible. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. Amen. That is why Napoli, 2 draws, 2 losses, 21 wins. Revelation 22:21. They scored the winning goal after 67 minutes. The player who scored it scored 6 months and 7 days after his birthday. 2,221 is the 331st prime, which is the 67th prime. That's why they got the winning goal, Lazio, after 67 minutes. And the player who got it got the winning goal 6 months and 7 days after his birthday. And it was a defender who wears number 5 for Uruguay, number 5 for Lazio. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci triangular number. And that is why Lazio shocked Napoli and beat them 1-0 like 10. Woo. Woo, woo. Take care. God bless you all. Gabriel, I really, really hope before this all kicks off, I get to meet you in person and take you out for dinner. You've been one of the biggest inspirations in my life, and I've got a lot of them. Would not have a website if it wasn't for that guy in the chat, Gabriel Merez. I would not have a website. All right? So thank you, Gabriel. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and you know that. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you for your great work, brother. Nice, she's beautiful, loving woman. She is a beautiful, loving woman. She's incredible, Kenya. I've never met a girl like her. Her energy. She's a great girl. She's genuine. There's not many genuine people these days. So we live in a false reality. She's very real. She's very, very nice. So I'm going. Thank you. Much love. Take care. Share my work. Hit that. You know what? Hit that like button before I go. Let's see how many I can get. Pound it up. Pound up that like button for me before I go. There's 59 in the live, 17th prime, which is the 7th prime, which is the 4th prime. Let's pound that up. I don't want to be on 38. That's the death number. Get me off that. 3 times 8, by the way, is 24. All right, 38 and 24 connects. That's why LeBron became the all-time leading point scorer in the NBA exactly 24 months after Brady won Super Bowl 55, 38th day of the year. Okay, 3 times 8 is 24. 38, 24, they have a direct relationship. Figuring out these relationships is a beautiful thing. All right, it's really good when you're just putting together these numbers and you see them so clearly and so concisely and see how everything, absolutely everything, guys, has a numerical pattern. And when you become aware of that, you start to appreciate code. And I'll leave you, I promise you, I'll leave you with this quote. I'll leave you with this quote. I think this says it all. Because a lot of things in life is about intent. It's about intent. Okay? Mathematics reveals its secrets only to those who approach it with pure love for its own beauty. See the beauty of the numbers. See they have energy. See that these numbers can truly inspire you and change your life, because God communicates with all of us through numbers. They're sacred. And I love them. Woo! Bye-bye, guys.